Kris Anderson has joined us from Arizona, and she's one of the top 1% leaders with RE/MAX, and 14 years of selling real estate, team leader for 4 agents. She's a current speaker for the last 5 years and is speaking on Canadians moving to Arizona. She's also currently a teacher for the marketing luxury homes for the Arizona School of Real Estate and Business, and she's licensed in a number of areas that you might like to move to, and that would be Arizona, Nevada, California, and Florida. So please join me in welcoming Kris Anderson.
Good evening, and I want to thank the Investors Group for having us out tonight. And I got to say, how many of you have allergies? Anyone? I have an allergy, and I got off the plane today, and it's snow. So we're going to talk about the warm weather states. And the reason we're going to concentrate on these states in particular is because this is where the majority of the Canadians that we've done research end up moving to. And just for clarification, the International Real Estate Specialist Association, we coordinate with other great agents that know cross-border issues. So we have compiled the data tonight to actually compare the markets for you and give you an idea of what each market looks like as we speak today. So let's get into it. Phoenix, Arizona. Keep in mind that at the end of this presentation, at the end of this evening, each one of you will get a one sheet with all the data. It will look like this. Everybody asked me, when did the bottom actually hit in Phoenix, Arizona? It hit in December of 2010. But the good news is that we're only up 33% since then, and it's still very affordable based on these statistics. What I want you to look at is the number of homes for sale on this chart. You can see there are 15,206 homes currently for sale. When we had our distressed market, where we had 76% of those homes on the market that were REOs or short sales, real estate owned property by banks, there were 48,000 homes for sale. This is today's stat. If you look at the number of condos, 1767. And the other one stat you need to look at is the days on market for each one of these homes to actually sell. We're looking at the average median price of the home. Each zip code in each city can be broken down further, and that takes the specialist in that area to give you those exact stats. But 21 days on the market, that's less than 1 month. And that's amazing. You have multiple bid wars, so some of the news that you're seeing on the multiple bid wars here in Canada, that's actual truth. One of my friends who only lists bank-owned properties had 75 offers on one home. When you look at the average sales price in Arizona, in Phoenix metro market, this is just very average, a 3-2 single-family home, 1,500 square feet, you have $165,000 sales price. Last year, that was down by 28%. When you look at a condo, this is a 2-2 condo in a nice area, it's $100,000. Now you'll have to take into consideration what Larry said, and take into consideration the homeowners association. And what I warn people that go to look at condos, make sure the capital reserve funds are very good for those buildings that you're buying into. That's why the single-family home market has more bid wars than the condo market. When you look at the distressed homes, what I look at now is I want to see trustee sale notices. They have plummeted. We used to be number 2 in all the states for distressed sales. We are now number 16. That's great news for us. So if you have Canadians, if you've purchased in Arizona, it's good news for you with your dollar and looking at if you wanted to sell your home at this point. If you look at those actual homes that have sold in the median price range, 44% were sold distressed. That means there was a short sale, a strategic default, we've labeled that now, or a bank-owned sale. If you went back to the 48,000 houses that were listed, 76% at that time were distressed. So that's a huge change in our marketplace. So it's a very positive market for us. If you look at the cost of what it costs to actually buy with cash, I've put this on the screen for you. And if you decide to borrow with US dollars, there are a few banks that will lend to Canadians. It was interesting. Last year, a lot of the banks pulled out, and the Canadians couldn't get financing. But now they're starting to do this more because they're seeing our distressed market shrink. So it'll be interesting to see what happens after our election, what happens to the financial institutions to give you better financing rates. Then I look at what it costs in terms of property taxes. I'm always asked, what's the property tax per year? This is for a $200,000 home, once again, 3-2, 1,500 square feet. If you look at the home insurance, that's an additional charge on top of your property tax, not including if you're in, like we said, Gainey Ranch, that would be another fee that you would add to that. And then people ask me, well, I'm interested in maybe investing in Phoenix. What does that look to me for property management? How much will they take from me there? Well, it's going to be 8% of your gross rents plus half of the month up front and a minimum of $75. That's very cheap for someone to manage your property while you're up here in Calgary. And then I look, everyone says, well, what will I get if I rent out my place? I'm a little nervous to do that. Well, if you're going to enjoy the property, maybe you turn it into a seasonal property and you rent it out for $1.50 to $2 a square foot. If you're not interested in doing that, there's a lot of ways where we can look after the property while you're in Calgary for a fee to look at that property. Las Vegas, Nevada. Right now, they're #1 in terms of distressed marketplace. But they've actually improved. So if you look at their number of homes on the market, it's 4,040. They have 849 condos. They've got a population of 1.1 million. Their average price is $124,000 in the same single-family home, and their condo, the same 2-2, is $78,000. Now, a lot of people like the Las Vegas lifestyle, and they've also got the multiple bid wars with 32 days on the market. So once again, a month's supply. And it depends on some of the ranges. If we get to the million category, $1 million to $2 million, you're looking at a second home luxury villa. Well, the prices will change and the days on market will change, and it will depend on the area that you're looking at that you'll want that specific information. This is, keep in mind, general information. What I also look at is the distressed market here. Their homes for sale used to be as high as 50% of their marketplace was distressed. It's now come down, as you can see on the screen. Same thing with the distressed homes that have actually sold. 55%. At one time, Las Vegas in 2010, 85% of their market that sold was distressed. So that's an improvement for Las Vegas. If you look at your closing costs, it's about 1% of your closing costs for cash. Your property taxes would be 1.1% of the price of the home. And once again, the home insurance parallels Arizona as well. And then if you look at how their rents work up, you got $1,800 a month on that single family home. And if you've got a condo, a lot of the hotels will give you a 50-50 split on the nightly rent or the nightly hotel fee for the overflow. So a nice opportunity for someone looking at investing for a second home or for actually renting. Palm Springs, I know Larry looked at that market in detail, but this gives you a good idea. Now the price point's going to go up here. It's California. You'll notice the average sales price here is $312,000 for that same single family 3-2, 1,500 square foot home. And you'll notice we've doubled in the condo price. We'll also double in our property taxes. We'll also look at the number of distressed sales in the market. Similar to Phoenix, 14% are distressed. And when you look at those that have sold, it's at 30%. Not really the bargain basement deals that you'll see like in Florida, Nevada, or Arizona. If you look at the average closing cost, you've got $1,200 to $1,500. And when you're looking at financing, you up that to $5,200 to $6,500. And then if you look at the total home insurance, it's a little higher because of your earthquake to add on to that. And then you've got your property management fee. You'll see this is a little higher in Palm Springs, but you'll know that rents are a bit higher in Palm Springs on the seasonal rental. So that's the plus to Palm Springs for the seasonal person that wants to rent and have an investment in Palm Springs. San Diego, a little more expensive. I live in Arizona. I don't like the snow. I have a place in San Diego as well. And the reason I do is I love the weather and the beach, but I pay for that. I have huge insurance costs. And at the bottom of the line, it's a lot more expensive for me to buy that property, $404,000 with 42 days on the market. But you'd be surprised, when I can rent out my place for a 1-bedroom, 1-bath condo, it's pretty impressive seasonally for me. So it just depends on what your wealth strategy is and what you want to do. We can fit you where you need to be. Orlando, Florida and Central Florida, a little different. Florida, keep in mind, will have hurricane insurance. In addition, that will be your most expensive line item budget when you're looking at that. But look at the number of homes for sale there, 9,364, and their distressed market is much higher than you saw with Nevada, Phoenix, or the California marketplace. If you also look at the closing costs for, you just tripled your closing costs if you're looking at cap rates or cash on cash. Property taxes are a little bit higher for Florida, but what's impressive is once again the rents. And when we've compiled the data, this is for a vacation rental, vacation market. That's Orlando's poll. So that's what you're looking at in terms of the statistics. If you're interested in investing, we would ask you to give us your name and your phone number and your email, the city and state that you're really interested in moving into, whether it's a second home or a condo, and just give us your name and number, and we would be happy to follow up with you. And it's as simple as that. And you've got a team tonight that will help you make the best decision possible. So with that, I appreciate your attention, and I look forward to your questions later.